I know, I love Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, my favorite song is Today on MorTorq TV.
Hear about the Autodesk Animation Award.
And find out about all 44 different countries taking place in first. Maybe Canada is a...
Plus, the world premiere of the MorTorq TV exclusive, How Tu with How Tu, with our tech expert, How Tu.
It's not like you have anything better to do. This is MorTorq TV! Hey, and welcome to MorTorq TV, your one-stop for all things robotics!
We provide up-to-date news that you need to know about MorTorq and the world of technology. So if there's only one show you watch, better be this.
We have a great episode planned for you today, including the world premiere of our new segment, How Tu with How Tu, but that's coming up later.
For now, let's dive right into robotics.
So our school's robotics team is a part of FIRST, but more specifically, we competed in the FIRST robotics competition.
The FIRST robotics competition is a high school robotics competition organized by FIRST. This year, there are over 1,300 high school teams competing, consisting of over 30,000 students.
And these teams come from all over the world. FIRST has teams from Australia, Austria, Bahrain, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Denmark, Ecuador, Egypt, Finland, France, Germany, Ghana, Greenland, Hungary, Iceland, India, Israel, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Nigeria, Norway, Peru, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, and the United States, USA.
The robots from this diverse group compete in a task that changes every year. Each team is given a standard set of parts and the game details at the beginning of January and have 6 weeks to design, construct, and program a robot that can accomplish the game's task.
Teams then compete in one of 37 regional competitions during March to try and qualify for the championship in Atlanta, Georgia this April.
We actually have a great video for you to help you better understand the FIRST robotics competition.
You guys have 40 seconds left.
No, just keep pushing it. Oh my God.
In science fiction, they are often cast as the enemy. Here, a team's fate lies in their balance. A competition, teaming bright young minds with cutting-edge technology. Robots are built to withstand virtually anything. Humans are not. In this arena, minor malfunctions can lead to major heartbreaks.
Oh my God, our battery's so down.
Months of work. Sat there dead.
This is not science fiction. This is not man versus machine. This is FIRST.
Now that video only highlighted the building aspect, but one part of the FIRST robotics competition,
Or FRC.
that many people don't know about is the Autodesk Visualization Competition.
Each team competing for the Autodesk Visualization Award creates a 30-second animation about a robotics-related theme assigned by FIRST that changes every year using the software provided by Autodesk 3D Studio Max.
The teams all have the same 6 weeks after kickoff to compete in an animation. Then at the finals in Atlanta, each team's animation is then judged by student animators from other teams and professional 3D animators and graphic artists.
The winning animation is decided by scoring each animation in 3 different categories. Concept, where 35% is based on the team's use of design and animation to illustrate and communicate a clearly defined message of what FIRST means to them.
Creativity, also worth 35% of the total score, is judged by distinction in the use of design and animation to make the entry visually exciting, striking, and memorable. It is best to create a compelling, creative, and distinctive animation, one that stands out from the rest.
And technical execution, worth 30%, is based on how skillfully the team uses 3D Studio Max and other Autodesk products to create a technically impressive animation.
The team that scores the best in each of these 3 categories wins the grand prize, and the highest scoring team entering the animation for their first year wins the Autodesk Visualization Rising Star Award.
Last year, our team actually won the Autodesk Visualization Award at the regional event in Los Angeles for their animation, Tribal Ingenuity. Why don't we take a look at it right now? I love this animation.
Me too!
It's so
Wow, what an amazing animation. It really exemplifies great creativity and concept. No wonder we won last year.
Duh. Now this year, the animation team captains are Willie Leach and Shauna Trinh. And we are lucky enough to be joined by the magnificent, the beautiful, and the always exuberant Shauna Trinh. Hey Shauna, welcome to MorTorq TV.
Hello.
So, why don't you tell us what it's like to be the new captain of their animation team, the award-winning animation team?
Well, it's actually really fun because I'm joined with a lot of my friends, such as Willie and Alex Peck, and a lot of juniors my age. So together we just like discuss ideas, and we basically work together just to come up with the storyboard and everything. So yeah, it's basically a teamwork, if you say that.
So what's the story for the animation this year going to be?
Oh, this year it's the theme is Think Green, so it's environmentally like being good with the environment. So we're basically starting out with a lizard, and he comes in with toxic, like he comes in contact with toxics, and he morphs into Godzilla, which then grows into a big giant dinosaur.
So how do you what kind of technology do you use? Is it difficult? Like what's it?
Oh, we use Autodesk 3D Studio Max, and we're not like professionally really good at it, and we just experiment our way through, and we have mentors such as Mike Gordon at Disney Imagineers. So that's how we learn. We just experiment a lot and practice with the program.
Is it easy to use, or?
Personally, if you get the hang of it, then you could figure out what like occurs and what buttons to use. But yeah, it's just using everyone's help, and you figure out how to use it.
Have there been any major problems this year?
This year, well, we created our models already, so now we just need to go on to animating. But this year we need to actually work on scaling a lot, because all our models are kind of different scaling, so we need to fit it back down to one size and it'll work.
Now, is there anything you'd like to tell the viewers at home before we go?
Well, actually we do need a lot more supporters and like animators, because we're kind of short on staff in our department. But if you know anything about animating, then come out and join MorTorq, because it's actually really fun and with the team. So yeah, come out.
All right, so if you have any way that you could help the team, if you know anything about animation, etc., please email mortorqtv@gmail.com. That's MorTorqtv@gmail.com. Thank you so much for coming out and seeing us. It's been a real pleasure. I've already seen a bit of the animation. I'll tell you what, it is beyond magnificent.
Well, thank you.
Adios.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Or at least you should be.
The world premiere of
How To with How To! Take it away, Mr. Two.
Hello, I am Hao Tu, and this is How To. Hello, my name is Hao Tu, and in today's How To is How To, Jordan is going to teach us how to be safe in the robotics room.
How to, don't forget your safety glasses.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so we wear safety glasses in the robotics room because it's very important because you don't want to damage your eyes. So I'm going to put these on and get ready. Also, I'm going to be wearing a mask because we're going to be working with this bench grinder over here. It's a very intense tool, so it gets very loud also. So I'll also be needing to place my earmuffs on, protect my ears. Also, I'll be using a clamp instead of my hands to grind the screw down to about right there, if you can see it. So, the reason why I use the clamp though, because I don't want to chop my fingers off. And also, it gets very hot. There we go. Also, I'll be using safety gloves as well, because if I don't use them, then my hands are just going to not be protected at all from the grinder itself. It's very dangerous. As well, it does get very hot. And before I turn on the machine, I'm letting everyone in the vicinity know that I am turning it on. Bench grinder on, guys. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta let it warm up and get up to speed before I can start my grinding. So, here we go. Looks like it's up to speed and sounds like it too. So, here we go. Also, there's gonna be some sparks, so I gotta stand back a little bit, but remain steady. Okay, it's very hot. So, I'm just gonna turn this off and put this down for a little bit later when I'm gonna use it. And I'll let it cool down. And that's pretty much how we stay safe in the robotics room.
And I'm How To, and that's how to stay safe in the robotics room.
Thanks, Hao. Andrew, let's go. Andrew, let's go.
Hold on, it's almost over.
Let's go. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Jesse. I'm just watching the first episode of MorTorq TV here on my video iPod. All of our episodes can be downloaded from the iTunes store for free, allowing our more on-the-go viewers with more active lifestyle to watch us whenever they want. It's a great way to watch our award-winning show whenever you have a free moment. And there is no reason not to watch. It's just a quick, free download in iTunes. Just search for MorTorq in the search box, select MorTorq TV, click subscribe, and each new episode will be downloaded to your iPod or computer automatically when they come out at absolutely no cost to you.
Wow, that's so amazingly awesome. I'm gonna go subscribe as soon as I get home. And after all, it's easy and free.
It would definitely be a mistake that will haunt you for the rest of your life if you don't.
I know. But anyway, now that Hao showed us how to stay safe down in the robotics room, what good is this if we don't put any of this to use?
Luckily, MorTorq has a wonderful team of builders who uses these safety skills every day when building our robot and getting it ready for competition.
We've been working hard on the robot for pretty much every single moment of the past 3 weeks since kickoff, but we still have 3 weeks left and a lot of work to do.
So far, we have the chassis completely done. The chassis is a very important first step in the building of the robot, as this is the base of the robot where pretty much everything from the wheels and motors to the electronics and the arm are attached. This year, our chassis is in a 2-deck design to help protect the electronics of the robot inside the chassis.
However, in the process of building, we have come across some problems. We've been having trouble getting some of our supplies that we received in our kit of parts from first to work. The motor and gearboxes that we got had internal problems, so we had to pull them off the robot. Also, the camera that we received to mount on the robot has a problem with its on and off switch. The camera is a very important of our robot. During the 15-second autonomous period at the beginning of the game, our robot has to be able to put inner tubes on the rack without any control from our operators without the camera. Our robot would not be able to get target to the legs and the rack where they are. So far, due to the broken on-off switch, we have not been able to do much with it.
However, In better news, we do have the electronics assembled and mounted on the robot. We also have the arm mechanism of the robot designed and have begun constructing on the arm.
We also have enough of our robot design finalized that the programming team has been able to start their work by using computer simulations of the robot. Come to think of it, we've been talking about the robotics team and all the work we do, but most of you probably don't even know where we do our stuff and where the room is. Why don't I show you guys? Come with me. Wow, I'm wearing something different. As you can see, right now we're starting off in the studios of KBEV where we shoot our TV show. Right now I'm going to take you down to the robotics room, show you how to get there. Come on. Here's their career center, with many opportunities available to students at our wonderful school. Then we turn right at the main staircase. First I need a drink of water. Here's our robotics shrine at the main office. As you can see, it's plentiful with photos and newspaper articles. That's the wonderful Hall of Fame, Wall of Fame. And now we're going down the main staircase. Now we go through these doors. Now we're going into the parking lot. Because the school loves us so much, they put us out here. Theater 40 stairs? Nah, we want to change it to robotic stairs. Technical arts rooms, 191. That's us, baby. Then we come up this short little staircase. And I hear machines. We'll come back in there later. Now we'll go into the ROP computer lab, where our supervisor, Eileen Khan, can be found at most hours. Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
We're taking a tour of the robotics room. Do you have anything to say about what we do in robotics?
Robotics is cool.
Yeah, it is.
Right, Jordan?
Oh yeah, go look in the other room. They're cutting some parts right now. Should be pretty exciting.
That's Jordan Istrin. That's Eric Cho. That's Bobby Heck. That's Adam Phillips. That's Angel. That's Zach. That's Alex. That's Hao Tu. And that's Daniel Kim. Come on, guys. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Gab. Want to show us what you're doing? We need safety goggles. That's about all the tour. See ya in the studio. Okay, I'm back.
Whoa, thanks for that, Jesse.
You're mighty welcome, my good sir.
But now, for all the news you need to know, here is more news.
In school-related news, ASB election results have just been announced. After weeks of campaigning and tons of stress, 4 MorTorq members have been elected to office. Only 4 members of robotics ran, and all 4 members won their position. Junior Willie Leach said, "I personally feel more inclined to vote for somebody who's in robotics and into leadership because I feel as if they know what it's like to be a leader. They know what it's like to work hard, and they know what to do to make school a better place." The winners of the election were Andrew Buckley for junior class president. He's also the robotics business captain and the host of the greatest television show in history. Zach Kahn, the robotics team co-president, who won for head row treasurer. Alex Klein, a member of the business team, who won for junior class treasurer. And Leora Simazar, who's our website captain and who is now a new sophomore treasurer. There is no doubt in our minds that these robotics leaders will make a significant impact on our school in the most positive way.
Well, of course. Duh! Now, in technology news, today, Tuesday the 30th of January, is the official launch of Microsoft's new operating system. Windows Vista, originally under the codename Longhorn, Vista has many new features not available in XP, such as an updated UI and visual system called Arrow, which gives many elements of the operating system a glass-like look. Improved searching features new multimedia creation tools, such as Windows DVD Maker and parental controls, among others. However, be ready for some confusion. When you go out to buy a copy of the different versions of Vista, they include things such as Windows Vista Starter, Windows Vista Home Basic, Windows Vista Home Premium, Windows Vista Business, Windows Vista Enterprise, and Vista Windows Ultimate. The different versions range in price from $100 to $400. Vista is available today.
And that's all you need to know.
Now, for this next segment, we wanted to find out just how tech-savvy our school is. You might know how to use a cell phone or even a computer. You may even spend hours a day editing the HTML of your MySpace, but we're talking about real knowledge.
So, we got our very own Andrew Buckley, gave him a cameraman, and unleashed him on the halls of Beverly Hills High School to go around and ask people random questions about science, mechanics, and most importantly, robotics! Let's check it out.
I'm here with
Layla.
So, Layla, what are pneumatics?
Pneumatics? I have no idea.
Well, pneumatics is the study of the mechanical properties of air and other gases. Using pneumatics adds a whole different dynamic to the building and design challenge. But unfortunately, you failed this challenge. Your name is?
Elliot.
All right, Elliot. So can you tell us what a chassis is?
It's an animal.
Hi, I'm here with
Nika.
Nika. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Really fast.
So what do you think pneumatics are?
Pneumatics? It's new mathematics. I don't know.
Well, actually, pneumatics is the study of the mechanical properties of air and other gases. For a robot, energy can be either stored as electricity, springs, gravity, or air pressure.
Yeah, I was going to say that next.
We used pneumatics on our first robot to build our claw mechanism.
Okay, yeah. That's
You got served! Hi, I'm here with
Jonathan Yang.
Jonathan Yang. He sounds smart. Okay, so can you tell us what a relay is?
A relay? Isn't it like one person has a baton and then they pass it on to the other and then it's like a race between all the teams?
You're so ignorant. That's a relay race. A relay is an electrical device that responds to a small current or voltage change by activating switches or other devices in electrical currents. I'm sorry, but you fail. The question is, what is a victor?
A what?
A victor.
Isn't that a name? I don't know.
Imagine your family was being held over a volcano filled with boiling hot lava, and unless you were able to answer this question correctly, they would be dropped inside. So why don't you answer the question?
I don't know.
Okay, well, your family's dead. I hit the mic on my teeth. I'm here with
Alexa Diaz.
Mike Shlomoff. John Berkowitz.
And I'm going to ask them all the same question, and we'll probably get 3 very different answers. So, what do you guys think a relay is?
A relay race?
No?
It's like a a light bulb that isn't it like a relay, like a light bulb that like pops or something?
Well, I'm sorry, but a relay is an electrical device that responds to a small current or voltage change by activating switches. Oh, wow, he got it right. Good job. Wow, I thought kids at this school were dumb. Well, you're dumb.
What's this music? Can you hear that? Okay, stop.
Okay, are we done?
What a bunch of morons.
Jesse, gracious professionalism, okay?
You're right.
Gracious professionalism is the embodiment of the first philosophy. It is how we should strive to act, whether we are being watched or not, in a way that would make our grandmothers proud. It has long been part of the history of first, and only recently codified in the 2004 manual.
I'm so sorry. Anybody should know that common sense goes a long way towards gracious professionalism. You should always act like you would want others to act. Help others out as often as you can. Be gracious, but at the same time, be professional.
Now you've got it, Jesse.
Yeah!
But now it's time for the question of the week! Last week, we asked if you had the choice to create your own dream robot, what would you call it and what would you do with it?
We chose 2 of our favorite responses this week.
The first one is from Michelle Wunderlich. She writes, if I could create any robot, I would create a robot called the Poopy Puppy Picker-Upper. The Poopy Puppy Picker-Upper follows you and your dog when you go for a walk. When nature calls, the Poopy Puppy Picker-Upper picks up the dog's droppings, puts it in the trash, and then sprays air freshener that smells really good.
That's hilarious.
And a great idea for a robot.
Our second one is from Kathy Rothner. She writes, the ideal robot would be the Mommy-mobile. Of course, there are already Mom-mobiles vehicles all over the world, but they're manned by courageous and unselfish caregivers who drive children to and from school. The ideal robot would shuttle little boys and girls to their destinations on time, allowing the moms to stay in bed all day eating bonbons and reading trashy romance novels.
Now, for this week's question, the question is, what would you do if you found out your best friend for your whole life had been a robot? Email MorTorqTV@gmail.com with your answers. That's MorTorqTV@gmail.com. MorTorqTV@gmail.com.
Wow, that's really psychological. I can't wait to get some responses, and I'm going to be furious if we don't get any!
Me too.
So that's about all we have for you this week.
Also, for you YouTubers out there, you can point your browser to youtube.com/MorTorqTV, where you can check out this episode, past episodes, and other MorTorq goodies. Also, don't forget to check us out on iTunes by searching for MorTorq. Please subscribe!
And please contact our supervisor, Eileen Kahn, at EILENKAHN@gmail.com if you would like to donate to MorTorq and help support everything we're doing.
Once again, if you make a donation, you can request to have us sing a song of your choice during the credits.
This week, we'll be singing Defying Gravity from the musical Wicked,
which was requested. We didn't choose that. Jesse here will be performing the role of Glinda, and I will be taking on the role of Elphaba.
Bye, and thank you for watching.
See you next time!
I hope you're happy in the end. I hope you're happy, my friend. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free.
To those who ground me, take a message back from me.